it's Candace Michelle here with your monthly tarot for October 2018. And this month for October of 2018 and Gemini. Hi, Geminis. Gemini is also related to the air sign. So, woo, woo, Gemini. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started with our spread today. And the first question in our spread is, what are my previous events or feelings that have recently come to pass? The first card in our spread today is the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles indicates being forced upon goals and financial matters at this time and being prepared to work hard to attain them. However, working hard to achieve some form of financial stability, there may now be a fear of loss. And this card can lead to a feeling the need to hold on to everything a bit too tightly. There is nothing wrong with working hard for one's money or in being careful with one's resources, as long as it doesn't become a preoccupation. This card frequently appears when there is an element of being overly cautious or hanging back emotionally, and may indicate that you need to let go a little in order to move the situation forward, taking a calculated risk. Negative aspects, it can indicate someone who has merely pretty much someone that doesn't feel inclined to share with you. That's what that means. So these are previous events or feelings that have recently come to pass. And it talks about how you have become financially stable, but you tend to hold on to things more tightly than you should, and that creates a anxiety, a fear of losing everything. And that's what's been going on with you guys, Gemini, in the weeks that have recently come to pass. The next card in our spread, the question that it refers to is, what is currently happening in my present situation? And that is the Lovers card. This card portrays far more than mere words could hope to convey. Simply speaking, it represents human love and relationships. Here we have harmony of the combined polarites, male and female. The perfect union expressed through love. For me, the artwork of this card finally portrays the lovers in actuality that are human combined natural desires. And that's just kind of like a brief description of the card, and I'll show that guys to you in a minute. This card is about the lovers and often depicts three people and indicates choices, with the possibility referred to as temptation of a third party. Perhaps for this reason, it has often become or have been a common area of misinterpretation. Yet in regards to choices in the area of love and relationship, it is perhaps one of the biggest arenas in which we experience personal growth and challenges. As we seek to harmonize self with others, such as our relationships, present choices, all the way through. This could be the choice of becoming involved in a new relationship or choosing to make a commitment in an existing relationship, such as a marriage or a solid relationship, making choices that will affect both partners. The Lover's card is a positive card, and usually aspects the surrounding cards will clarify that situation is being faced. That is the meaning of the Lover's card for Gemini, and this is the description of it. You can see the male is here and he's holding up the female, and there are 2 dolphins. One is here and one is here. So for Gemini, the present situation that is going on with you right now refers to either your husband or your partner, or you may be starting a new relationship. Bum, bum, bum. This is the catch though. The catch is that there's a third party into this mix. So either someone is not being faithful in the relationship that you already have within your marriage or within your long-term relationship. Either you or your partner is straying and not being faithful, or there is another person that you have of interest besides the one that you are currently looking at for a new relationship. So presently you're kind of like stuck in the middle between this one person and this other person. I'm not sure if it's you, Gemini, who is being unfaithful in your relationship with your significant other, but this is what is going on in your present situation. The next card, dun, 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 in our spread is, what can I expect to be revealed to me in the weeks ahead? That card is the Prince of Swords. This is going to be talking about an event that will be revealed to you that's coming up in the weeks ahead. It represents a delay of news or disappointing news. So if you guys were kind of on the expectation lines of receiving good news in the weeks ahead, this is kind of like a little flash forward moment for you guys. Not good news. It's going to be disappointing. Ugh, really disappointing. It can show minor problems with or for a child's behavior. Depending upon surrounding cards, it may represent someone causing minor problems with petty gossip. So far in your spread, we've come across past events that have happened or past feelings that have happened, is that you're working way too hard. You're working way too hard. And so that you feel that you're like losing it, so you want to like try to work even harder and tighten your grip around it. And in the same sense, your present situation that's going on right now is like you're in the mix between 2 other people. So that's a little confusing in itself. And the events that's going to be released to you within the weeks ahead is that someone's going to start gossiping. Someone's going to start talking about this whole thing that's going on. And that's where you get involved with the he said, she said stuff, which is not pretty. And if you want my advice, Geminis, My advice to you, Geminis, the air signs, is to take a step back and walk in the clouds. Because clouds are fluffy and they're nice and relaxing. So definitely what's going to be revealed to you in the weeks ahead is that someone is going to start creating problems within your environment. Whether it be a work-related thing, whether it be a partnership kind of thing that you have going on between these two things, but it's going to create a little minor rift. And so be prepared for that. It could be your partner is acting like a child and they are not expressing themselves as an adult. And so that's going to create a little tiff between you guys. Just be mindful that anything negative can always have a positive outlook on things. All you have to do is just shift your perception of them. But please be mindful and weary of the fact that there is going to be some minor problems coming your way in the month of October for Gemini. The next question that is on our spread today is, what do I need to be mindful of when it concerns my health and well-being? And that card is the Empress. The Empress. Okay, so Gemini, the Empress card. It represents growth, prosperity, and fertility. She has a happy conclusion to matters and promises new rewards for work and effort. The Empress brings situations of fruition. This is a card of nurturing. It also, in all of its form, has the potential for fulfillment. It can be in the fulfillment of creativity. It could be in the fulfillment of work. It could also mean that you have a fulfillment with children and the family. The Empress can represent pregnancy. It can represent birth. It can represent motherhood. It also, in the same hand, could mean that you are happy in a relationship or marriage and that everything is solid. Accompanying cards will support. So, this card is a positive card and will be received by those seeking advice in relationships or fertility matters. So, what this card means in what you need to be mindful of when it concerns your health and well-being. So, in the present situation that we had going on, we have you in the mix with these two other people. Okay? So what you need to be mindful of is that when you get the Empress card being in the health status, that is a pretty big chance that there might be pregnancy coming your way. Whether it's who you want it to be or not who you want it to be, that is definitely a concern that you should be aware of. That there could be a possibility of a pregnancy coming up. On the other hand, with the Empress card being in your spread, in the previous weeks past, there has been a lot of talk about your work status and how you've been working and working and working. So, that could also mean for you, Gemini, that there could be some exciting new work endeavors coming your way as well. So we got those two things in play right now for you, Gemini. Either it's going to refer about something exciting happening in the workplace, or it could be a planned pregnancy that you've been wanting, or it could be an unexpected pregnancy. Either way, it's one of those two things. And this is coming up for you in the month of October 2018. So that is what you need to be mindful of in the whole health aspect. Leaning more towards the whole family, child, pregnancy thing and your spread right now, but we'll see a little bit more as we continue. The next question in our spread today for Gemini is, what are the next steps needed to move forward in my career to become successful? That card is the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles. All right, so with the 10 of Pentacles, with your success in your job and what you need to do, it says that this card is for financial and family stability. Home and family security is essential to this card, and prosperity sales are often indicated. It particularly tends to refer to the family home. This also shows material possessions being passed through the generations, so through should be given to ensuring that wills, trusts, and insurance policies have been written and are in good order and are up to date. Inheritance can also be indicated with this card. It can represent large sums of money or an increase in finances, but should always be read in context with the surrounding cards. This is a lovely card, and it shows the satisfaction of feeling settled and materially secure. Your home and family have a firm and comfortable foundation as well in your world. So, what I'm gathering from this card in your reading today, Gemini, for the question of what are the next steps needed to move forward in the career to become more successful, you have to have that family stability. You got to have that family support. So once you have your family in line, then your job aspect's going to follow. As long as you know that you are happy within your relationship and that your family status is on the up and up, I want to say, your career is going to take off, and you're going to find out that you're going to have more monetary success. The next card in our spread, the question is, in what direction is my love life headed in for the weeks ahead? This is card 6 in our spread, and it is the Moon card. So let's see what we have for the Moon card. So the Moon card is reversed. Okay, so with the Moon card and the love life, you're trying to figure out the opposites, and logically it should be one is the moon, one is the sun. And this is referring back to the present situation where it was talking about how you have two different people that's going on in the mix of your love life. So You have one that is like the light of your life, and then you have the other one that's like the highlight of your night. And they're both opposites. So instead of the dark moon, in the instance of this situation, it could be interpreted as loss, and by the light of the moon, it could be interpreted as finding your way. So you have these two different individuals going on in your love life right now, and either one is leading you astray, and then the other one is like the light. It's drawing you to a better place in your life, a better path. So this is when you're going to have to come down and you're going to have to make a choice. Do you want to follow the bad boy path, or do you want to follow the good boy path? Or it could be interpreted as, do you want the better woman in your life, or do you want the not so great woman in your life? One of these two people are going to lead you down the wrong path, and the other one is going to embrace you and going to encourage you and going to make you better and become more successful in the relationship. They're going to be more successful in helping you get to the place that you really want to be in your life. It boils down to your dreams. Is your partner with you in agreement on your dreams? Are they supporting you on those dreams? And are they helping you move towards those dreams? Or is the partner the one that doesn't really necessarily care about what you dream about, Gemini? They're not for the long haul. That's pretty much what it boils down to. So you're going to have to decipher and make that choice between which two of these people are best for you and your situation for the long run. That is what you have to expect for the direction of your love life in the weeks ahead. So the next card in question in our spread is, what are my challenges and warnings for the weeks ahead? This is card 7, and it is the Princess of Pentacles. Let me just move this up. Princess of Pentacles. Okay, so this card, the Princess of Pentacles, is going to refer to an event. And this is what you have to be mindful of. These are your challenges and warnings for the month of October, Gemini. So, it says that the meaning of this card is that something that you have been waiting for finally comes through. And this card can relate to any area of your life, whether it be work, money, or love. If you have had a situation that you have developed and patiently waited for, but you haven't seen any results, you will find them coming to you at last. So something that you have patiently been waiting for is getting ready to happen for you. And this is going to be a challenge or either a warning for you in the weeks ahead, because sometimes what we want isn't the best for us. And I know that's hard to hear, Gemini, but sometimes the things that we really, really want in life aren't really the best for us. So that is going to be a challenge. That is going to be something that you're going to need to keep in mind. If this is referring to something that's going on in your job, then you need to have your eyes peeled and take a step back and really consider what it is that is going on at your job and whether it is the best thing for you. Now, if this has to coincide with the whole relationship thing that's going on between the two people, then it goes back to the previous card that I was just talking about, where one is light, one is dark. And you may physically well be attracted more towards the one that's the darker one, but might not necessarily be the best option for you. So seriously, take time to step back and consider your options. Weigh your options out on this. Whether it be work, whether it be relationships, you need to definitely take a moment and step back and really, really, really think about what it is that you're getting ready to agree to or put yourself in a situation for. So the next card in our spread for you today, Gemini, is something I need to let go of to move forward in the weeks to come. And this is the last card in our spread today for the month of October 18 for Gemini. And it is the King of Wands. The King of Wands. All right, and this is something that you need to let go of in order to move forward for the weeks to come. This card is describing a person. This is a male person, and this person is often found as an entrepreneur because they are always full of creative ideas and enthusiastic of their projects. They can, however, appear somewhat rash or impulsive in their decision making because they are not afraid to take risks. In whatever role you find them, they stand out for their dramatic ways, and they like to feel a sense of freedom and being able to go about their work without resistance. Due to their high level of energy, they can be found in sport environments. They can also be found in sales positions or field sales where they are left to their own devices, so long as they perform. But whenever they can channel their appropriately endless energy without restraint. They like variety and get bored easily, such as they dislike detail, which they feel bogs them down. They're good at delegating these tasks to others. You'll rarely find them taking care of such things themselves. The King of Wands is happiest when creating, and he is and has good vision. The negative side of the King of Wands, guys, for this male that's in your life currently, is they are really rash and they are quick-tempered, or they're hot-headed. They're selfish, they're impatient, they're controlling, they're overconfident, and it gets to the point where they're just quite arrogant, if you know what I mean. And they have to have someone around them that inflates their ego. So this is definitely a warning. This is definitely a warning for you, Gemini, and it definitely goes back to what we've been talking about this whole spread when it comes back to the light and the dark. We have the good guy and the bad guy, okay? And I know a lot of women in stereotype like the bad boy per se. They're more attracted to the bad boy. This is telling you that it's time to let the bad boy go. It's not time for you to be with the arrogant person that's going to cause more problems in your life than you need. So at this time, with me telling you already throughout this whole reading that you need to sit back and you need to really contemplate and you need to really make this hard decision on what you want. The cards are telling you, Gemini, that at this time, do not choose the bad person. Don't do it. Don't choose the bad person in the whole mix of things. Choose the good person. That's going to be the right choice for you. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard. Nobody likes to be told what to do. And we all have to come to our own conclusions. We all have to go through our own life lessons. But when the cards are reading this strong in this situation, take heed, Gemini, take heed and listen to the cards. In order for you to move forward in your life, you need to let go of this person that is potentially going to drag you down. They're going to make everything and your whole situation so much worse. So it really is, Gemini, it's time to let go of what is not good for us, what is not healthy for us. And we need to embrace and be grateful for the good things that we have in life. There is a good person in your life, and they will be there to lift you up, and they will be there to support you. All you have to do at this current time for the month of October for you, Gemini, is to make the right choice. Choose the better person that's going to make you a better person. And that's all I have for your reading for the month of October, Gemini. And if you like this reading, then please like and subscribe to my channel on YouTube. And I will be back again next month for November's reading for you, Gemini. Have a good day.